What's up, everybody? Evan here. Today we are doing an evaporator build for maple syrup. It is January the 19th. For you maple syrup people out there, you know that syrup season is right around the corner. We are getting ready for that. We got the sugar shack almost like 95% up and running. But for today, we are focusing on this evaporator. So we are building an evaporator out of this 55-gallon drum. We got this stainless steel evaporator pan. Now, I bought this this 55-gallon stove conversion kit off of Amazon. Right here. Here's the cast iron door. It even has a little damper at the bottom here. We got all the hardware, the legs, the flue, all that good stuff. I already took the liberty of tracing the outline of the door on the front of the barrel here. There's a few things we need to do first. First of all, if you guys are doing this and you have a 55-gallon drum with and it still has the paint on it, which generally it will if you're getting like a new drum, which, by the way, picked this up off of Facebook Marketplace, 35 bucks. They were just, it was like a self-service place behind a warehouse. Just put the money in the drop box and take what you need. And they had all these food grade drums. Also picked up 3 of these guys, the 55-gallon plastic poly drums. They were used to hold vinegar. See right there. So it's all food grade. All we got to do is clean them out. But yeah, I already took the liberty of actually making a fire in the drum, which burned off most of the paint, as you can see here. When this is all up and running, I'll do a final burn off and I'll hopefully get the rest of that paint off. I ordered a high temperature paint that I can just coat it with afterwards, and that should keep it from rusting. So this top opens up, see inside there. Before I cut this, I'm just gonna have to put a couple tack welds along here so that this stays down, because I'm just gonna be cutting it off right here. All right, enough rambling, let's do this thing. It's been a long time since I've welded, as you can see, but all we're really looking for is a few tack welds just to keep this thing on here. I had to wire brush all the paint off of the barrel and the lid here. For the weld to properly adhere to the barrel, it has to have a clean surface to stick to. So we're just gonna go all the way around. Gonna tack weld so we can hack all this off. All right, you guys. It's not the prettiest thing on God's green earth, but she should hold. Now I just have to make a cut right along here, and I also have some angle iron here to aid in the placement of the evaporator pan. So I'm just gonna cut about an inch right there, get the whole top off this thing. Here's the fun part. So I'm only about halfway through. Already gone through a full grinding wheel. Luckily we got a whole pack of these, so should hopefully only need about 2 more. Yeah, cutting it with a cutting wheel does the job, but it certainly, you go through about 4 or 5 cutting wheels. So if you're doing this method, make sure you have a big pack of them. All right, not bad. Yeah, that is, it's basically how she's gonna sit. So, good stuff. Now the next thing I have to do is bend these guys. I think I might bend them outwards. That makes more sense because the pan is bigger than the barrel. So bend them out, and then we got these to go along the outside of here. And hopefully the angle iron will be able to sit directly on the bent out piece of barrel. Figured before I do anything else, I'm gonna put on my stove legs here. Just it makes it all more stable, so I can get to the top and bend what I need. I made little Sharpie marks here. I'm gonna turn her over, drill holes, and get these bad boys bolted in. So now I am going to cut out the square bit for the door. I also need to cut out this piece right here for the damper. I drill all these holes out so I can get this door in there. Then I can get to bending this metal. And there is our door. And look at that. Beautiful. She's coming together like a dream. We have ourselves a fully functioning door. Look at that, baby. That's the view the fire will have when we are boiling sap. Not too bad. Not too bad. You guys, this full stove kit right here, the link to this will be in the description. You can get it off Amazon, and it's all cast iron, so you know it's gonna hold up nicely. Yep, so now we can get into some more fabrication and get these edges out, bent out, so we can get the angle iron on her so it can accept the evaporation pan. It's not completely beautifully flat, but that's okay because we're gonna be sitting that angle iron on top of this anyways. Now I'm gonna do the same to the other side and the back. I'm actually gonna leave the front the way it is. I figure, you know, there's no point in bending both the back and the front. I'm just gonna shift it a little bit more to the rear and have it sit nice right here. That is how she's supposed to look. Nice tool you can use that pretty much everyone has for the bending of this is just an adjustable wrench. You can easily bend the metal. Just make sure it's basically on the thinnest it can get right there. Well, I just finished putting my 2 side angle iron pieces on. This was my first attempt at welding, as you can see. I adjusted the settings, and I think my second try was way better. I'm pretty happy with this. Well, I have to put another angle iron here, like this, to hold the back. And I'm just gonna have to cut that as well. I figured, what the heck, I have another piece right here. So, I'm gonna put it right there as a nice little lip, because this is pretty sharp right here. Don't wanna get cut on that. That's all jagged. So, I'm gonna cover it nicely with this thing right here. That's it. After that, the only thing I have left to do is get the stovepipe in, which is right there. That may be a tomorrow project. So, I got this piece welded on, and I noticed that I don't really like this edge right here. So, took a piece of flat plate, long and skinny, and I cut it. I'm gonna weld it right on like that, so you don't see this ugly edge right here. All right, guys, all of the rails and the frame is all in. It looks great. Now, the final test. Let's see how she fits. Yeah, she fits pretty flat. Yeah, so I think it's just about good enough for me. So the last thing I have to do, which I don't think I'm gonna get to tonight, is the stovepipe coming out the back here. I just got to cut one more hole for that and install this flue just like that. I think that's it for today. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Maybe give us a subscribe. And can't wait to see you guys in a month or so for maple tapping season. And now what we've all been waiting for, the stovepipe. Just gotta screw these bad boys in. We got ourselves a fully functioning stove. Found this dirty old stovepipe underneath the porch of the cabin, so pretty sweet little find. Woo! And there she is. Got it pretty well on there, as well as it can be at least. So it's basically just being held by this metal strap right here, and that's just screwed right on in. And the flue works, so that's great. Last thing I have to do on my immediate list is to build the containment rails for my warming pan, which actually just came in the mail yesterday, and that is right here. She's gonna sit right on top of that, the main evaporator pan right here. Gonna be prevented from going back from the stovepipe. I just wanna build a little rail right here and on that side that will prevent it from going side to side. So I just finished tack welding these guys on. I'm gonna do a final placement to see if that fits in nicely. Then I can finish welding it. But you guys, I just looked outside. Look at these big fat lazy flakes falling out of the sky. Love a good snow day. Look at that. I think that'll do. And here it is, you guys. Fully welded. That's that 55-gallon drum maple sap evaporator setup with the smokestack and all. One thing I did forget to mention though, I am going to need to line this with fire bricks or some other type of refractive material. That's pretty much the final touch that I need to get this thing in action. Links are in the description for everything you guys will need to do your own maple evaporator setup. All you need is a 55-gallon drum, the conversion kit from Amazon, a couple stainless steel pans, some angle iron, and of course, smokestack. And that's it. Hey everybody. It has been 2 days since the initial build of the evaporator, wood burning stove, and now we have the thing finally up and running. And we're burning this baby off for the very first time. Check this thing out, you guys. I'm just burning her off to hopefully get the last of the paint off. There's a bunch on this front part here. She's going really nicely. I even constructed this top out of the remaining part of the barrel, and it fits in just nicely, perfectly right there. When this thing is being stored during the rest of the year, I'm not gonna have the pan in it. There, look at this thing. We picked up the fire brick from Tractor Supply, so I'm just gonna have to remove these every time we go to move this thing because they're very fragile. I purchased a high heat enamel paint for grills that I'm going to spray her down with once she's all burned off. Thought I'd give you guys a little update. There she goes. That's that. See you guys around.